morning, everyone. Welcome to Planners Anonymous Live. I'm still waiting for YouTube to work out that I've gone live. Oh, here we go. Hi, it is, I don't even know what the date is today. Hello to everybody who's in the chat while I'm still waking up. Let me say hello to everyone. So who's in here today? Who's in here? Tammy, Marianne, Minna. My goodness, it's 4:20 a.m. here in Finland and I can't sleep. My goodness, go to sleep. Hi Yvonne, Tammy, Vicky, V-Biz, Diane Cook, I think I've said that, Caroline, Anna, Ruth, Erin, Kelly, Charmaine, Karen, Susan, Brenda, Kristen, Glitter Grapevine, Katie, Vicky, have I said Vicky already? Hi, Anastasia. I'm sure I'm still saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. Heather, hi. It's been an interesting morning. I apologize. I have a really sore tooth. I need to book into a dentist. It's been hurting all weekend and it's really sore right now. So I do apologize if I sound a bit funny or if I'm playing with my tooth. I do apologize. I will try and maintain some sort of level of professional decorum. But as we know, in here, that doesn't really happen. Hi! It was a big weekend. A huge weekend. I don't even know if I've put on my makeup, if I smushed it all into my face properly. I tried to. I'm not a professional when it comes to this makeup thing. I'm still learning to girl. And I shouldn't say learning to girl because honestly, there are guys out there who can make up, like I'm sure them as babies could make up better than me as a full grown adult. So, actually I'll watch a few tutorials. So I shouldn't say learning to girl because it's definitely not learning to girl. Hi, I am excited. I from the moment I woke up this morning, I was like, okay, I've got to do my voiceover for my video. I still hadn't done my voiceover. I still hadn't finished my editing because we had Michael on the weekend. For those who aren't in the group or who didn't see I on Instagram, Michael ran an Ironman. So if your customer service query is a little bit behind, it's because he was off smashing personal goals. We are so proud of him. He has done so well. And look, it's a feat to be able to, for him to be able to do what he's done. I think he lost 50 kilos. So he decided he wanted to go on this journey and I need to start mine. My health is almost back up to normal. He lost like 50 kilos. He decided he was going to be fit for 40. And a part of his goals was to do so he wants to do a full Ironman. This was a half Ironman, I think. And he's done marathons before, and I took Lockie and Indy, and because Lockie likes to watch the video of Daddy running past the finish tunnel, so I said, okay, we're going to go up. We've never stayed out of the home before. We decided not to do an overnight stay just because it was too much new for Lachlan. But he went inside a hotel for the first time. He went inside a hotel room for the first time. And Lachlan is absolutely petrified of vacuums. Hates the noise, can't handle it, just absolutely flips out whenever one turns on. We were waiting for the lift, and because of Corona, only 2 people could get in the lift at a time, or one family group. And every time the lift would come up, about 8 times it was full, and he just lost it, and the vacuum came out and was like, oh my goodness, can we just not? And this was all before it all started. So yesterday was we eventually got down to the race. We saw Daddy pass a few times. We gave him high fives. We just signed for him. And then we went back to the hotel room to chill out, and Lockie did really well. Indy did really well. Michael did amazingly. I got sick. I don't know how that works. I think it was my tooth. I think because my tooth was hurting, I just felt really ill. It's really sore. I'm supposed to get my wisdom teeth out, and to be honest, I've been pushing it back, and then because I got sick, I couldn't get it done, so I feel it's near where my wisdom tooth is, so I feel like this is my body saying you need to take time out to look after yourself. But I'm so proud of Michael. I feel like going for a run today, actually. I can't run, so I'll probably go for a walk, take my mind off my my tooth. So that meant that all my free time last week I was working on digital kits, which I still haven't finished, and I'll get into that a little bit later. All my spare time, I'm talking 16-hour days working, and then going to sleep, and then waking up. And Michael was doing all of his prep for the Ironman, plus looking after the kids, plus trying to keep me fed. And you know, as you know, we've got this tiny little thing coming up tomorrow. This launch that's happening. So it's like, how am I going to fit all this in? And Michael said to me, right, you need to prioritize. You need to do your video. You need to get all the launch products up. If you know, it's not worth you falling into a heap, freaking out because you can't get these digital kits done because they failed a test. So I do testing, and then I pass them on to a few people to do testing. Anyway, it didn't get past my testing, so I have to fix up a few things. And I'll talk about that a little bit later on, as I said. So this morning, I woke up, I had to do my voiceover for my video. Michael got the kids off to school, had to put Indy's hair in a little ballet bun, and just had to boss it up and get it done. So that was my morning. Yeah, so that was that. The other thing I forgot to do was they're here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Forgot to take a photo of the Sunday roast washi. So let me grab that for you now, because I want to show you that. That's the last bit that we're all waiting to see. And I will show you that in 2 seconds, and I'll flash this up so that it can, while I go and grab it. So, okay, so did I say note to self washi? I meant Sunday roast washi. So this is the last part of the kit that we haven't seen, and well, to be honest, I shared a in-use kit, and I accidentally forgot that I hadn't shown the washi first, because it shows off the washi in that in-use kit, and I was like, oh, that's so silly. Anyway, so we have these, is that going to focus? We have these 3 washi, and the top one, I'll go through this one in a sec. So if we go from the bottom, which is like a delicious, yummy, flat lay, and we have really long repeats. Like I think that's one repeat. Where is it? All right. No, hold on. It's about there. That's about the repeat. So it's quite long. So you get a whole bunch of design in there. It's a flat lay of literally a Sunday roast. So I'm really excited for that. So that's our wide washi. And then our standard washi is the gorgeous, I mean, I love this pattern so much. I had to do everything with it. So this washi pattern, and this has no foil on it. The other one did have foil on it. And you can layer these on top of each other as well to make it to look like a background. And the mini one, I wanted to try a little bit of something. I did say Sunday roast. Okay, that's good. So this next one, it says, when life gives you lemons, make a feast. It's got some little lemons. And then it says, crushed it and squeezed the day. So I really like that. And all 3 together look amazing. So I'll have to take a photo of that properly so that I can share on Insta this week. Speaking of, we are very, very close to winding up our subscriptions for Sunday Roast and opening up for our next, oh, my hair looks horrible. I had to get ready really quickly, guys. The subscriptions are closing in the next few days. We'll probably actually do it after we go live for the Note to Self Melodies. So if you want to subscribe for Sunday Roast, do it now. Get in. Drink your coffee. Get on our website. And do it. Okay. Next up. So I'm in a really dancing mood. I've been listening to Alice in the background. I know, actually I'll talk about that later when we all sort of chill out and chat. But I'm very scattered today, my apologies. As you know, if you do subscribe, so if you subscribe today, you will be getting Sunday roast kit, and then on the 1st your subscription will renew and you'll be getting our next kit, which is So Crafty. So Crafty is just, it's fun, it's beautiful, and there's a courier at my door. Couriers at my door. Always when I'm on live, right? Where was I? So yeah, the next kit is So Crafty. It's sewing, it's crafting, it's cross stitch, it's knitting, it's craft inspired. It's patchwork, it's all that sort of stuff. So it's absolutely, it's so much fun, and it's bright. It's bright, it's colourful, it's sunflowers, it's commercial break. You know what? That's why I created those little 1-minute snippets of the note to self video, so that could be used as a commercial break. Thank you for reminding me. I just have to line it up in my videos. I completely forgot to. Has it gone? Yeah. So yeah, the next kit is bright. It's colourful. It's gorgeous colours. It's sunflowers and dahlias. We haven't used dahlias before, so it was really nice to be able to combine those together because the colour scheme works so well. It's got those beautiful bright yellows, and then they transition into these gorgeous warm tones of yellows to this, you know, really nice toned orange, and then across to a peach toned pink. So it's lovely. So if you subscribe today, you'll get Sunday roast, and then on the 1st you'll be charged a second time, and that's for So Crafty. Okay. Let's get on to one of the reasons everybody is, I know I'm trying to zoom through it all because I know there's going to be a lot of questions about the release. So I've left a lot of time for that today. So how about I go find some painkillers for my tooth and I will play this video and you all can see the latest details on our next melody. I really hope that you all love it as much as I do. This is probably my most favourite melody I've released. There's a fair few reasons why. I mean, you all know that I'm a pink person. I mean, I'm wearing black today. That's because I'm wearing my She Can't Be Stopped t-shirt from Allison, because I literally needed to wake up and just get right into work today. So I wore my power t-shirt. But this TN is so pretty. I can't wait to show it to you. So how about let's just jump straight in. And I shouldn't say TN, it's not a TN, it's a melody. Melodies are so much more than just a TN, right? You all know. Okay, so let's just roll this and we'll jump straight into our video. We are super excited to launch our new Note to Self Melody Planner. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, this time round, we've made a few improvements. Starting off with the pouch, it's in the gorgeous floral print, but we've also made it bigger to give you more room to take your planner goodies on the go with you, or to store your planner once you've chunked her up. To add some contrast, we've designed the front of the melody with the beautiful dark floral cover. The magnetic clasp returns and has no distracting exterior clip as not to distract from the artwork cover, and it's attached through the back pocket with a hidden piece of elastic, which means that you can make your planner as chunky as possible and there's no fiddling around with the strap to make it fit just right. The large outside back pocket, which is perfect for carrying your phone on the go and all your other bits and pieces for easy access. Once we open her up, you can see a slightly modified pocket configuration. We've added another pocket to the bottom left. We've kept the same gorgeous colour blocked angled pockets. It then has the two same rear pockets, perfect for holding planners, books, and of course, larger sticker kit. The inside back includes a large diagonal pocket and then 3 credit card or business card slots. We've also kept our stretchy elastic pen loop. There are 4 strings included as standard in the planner, or you can add the gorgeous rose gold rings over the top of the strings. They are absolutely stunning, and when you add the kit extras, they match perfectly. The Melody is one of the most innovative and unique planners available, and we've made it even easier to use as we've increased the height by a few millimeters, which means happy planners no longer need to trim their covers to fit. As a standard, it includes the strings, which are perfect for booklets. Add on our rings bundle to use a variety of ring inserts. Large coiled inserts are also perfect for the Melody. And bookbound B6 planners also fit so much better. The Happy Planner Mini fits perfectly within the Melody, and you can use expander size rings as well if you really want to chuck her up. As part of the Melody bundle, you'll receive 3 TN strings covers and also our plain heart inserts. The plain heart inserts have a basic cover, so they're easy to add your own artwork, as well as a dot inside cover, and then a monthly view, and then 6 weekly layouts, which are nice and basic so you can decorate them any way you want to. After that, we have our 1 line a day and then more dot grids so that you can really use these in any way that works just for you. Each of the 3 colours have a plain coloured inside to perfectly offset the outside. So we've got the floral, we've got the affirmations notice board or mirror, and then we've got the sloth cover. So all 3 have the basic colour insides, and it's really simple to decorate your strings planner by just wrapping these around a booklet and adding them onto one of your strings. So there's 4 strings included in the Melody as standard, so you've got 3 already sorted for you. The rings bundle includes a gorgeous set of rose gold rings, perfectly matched to this kit. It also includes the dividers, which are part of the rings bundle. So it includes 6 dividers and a front book plate cover. The 6 dividers, so if we have a flip through, we've got the front one, which has a little bit of information on what sizes that work with the Melody. We have our second one, which is in that gorgeous floral with the pink on the back. We then have our second tab, which has the scene and the brown on the back. The third, which is more of a self-care with skincare and the green on the back. The fourth is a sloth cover in the brown with the yellow on the back, and then our green sloths with the black on the back, and then our gorgeous dark floral with a light pink on the back. As you'll notice, these aren't punched, and the reason why they aren't punched is because we want you to be able to use them on coils, on discs, on rings, and any way that you want to be able to use them. So for that extra added flexibility, we've kept it simple so you can make the decision at home. As part of this release, we're also adding our additional stock of the Note to Self kits. This includes the additional paper pack and the additional sticker pack. So there's only a few of those left, so make sure that you grab them. We're also adding a weekly sticker kit in the standard vertical sizing. We do have 3 notepads this time around. So we have our angled, our tall, and also a new notepad, which is a B6 wide size, and it is already punched, so that way it's easy to add into the back of your planner. We also have a gorgeous dark foiled washi. It's foiled in rose gold. It has that beautiful dark floral pattern that matches our planner. Lastly, we have some charms, but they're still on the way, so here's a quick preview picture of what they're going to look like. Next, I want to show you a really quick flip through of my own planner setup. I was really excited to get crafty with this kit. It uses a combination of everything that you've seen in this video, as well as the standard kit for note to self, the additional stickers, and the extra paper pack. Thank you so much for being part of this release, and we can't wait to share all these brand new goodies with you. Oh, I left the sound off. Thank you. Okay, let's take 2. I know, I can see all the no sound comments. Thank you all so much. Okay, so what I was saying, was that, what I was saying and nobody could hear, was that this is actually a, it's like a charcoal, like a deep gray. It's not a navy like people were asking. So yeah, it's like a deep dark gray. It's a charcoal. I can't believe I forgot the sound thing. So I'm trialing out new software. I've been setting up I got a whole bunch of tech gear in so that I can do planner parties easier, because one of the reasons why I hate setting up for them is that I can never get my software and all my hardware working. So the last piece, that was the courier that just arrived now. It was literally the last part that arrived. So now I've got to set up for a test. I'm going to test it with some girlfriends and make sure that it works. And so if by some chance you all get notified that there's like a random live, just ignore it. It's literally me just testing the hardware, making sure that the quality's coming through okay, all that sort of stuff. So, and that other software that I'm going to use will turn my mic on for me so that I don't forget. Because I always forget. Because I turn it off so that you can't hear me in the background shuffling around and running around and trying to grab things and having a drink and all that. Anywho, back to it. So, the questions that came through, can I unskip in time? So the best way to do that is on your account, log in, because you can't unskip unless it's before you've been charged for it. So because it's the access, the early access is done based on or Sunday Roast, and if you want to now subscribe to Sunday Roast, because let's face it, it's kind of gorgeous. Instead of unskipping, because we've already, like, the charge has already gone through for it, what you need to do is log into your account, cancel your current subscription, and then straight away, so just make sure that it's cancelled. It will show you that it's cancelled, and then add a brand new subscription. So, and then what will happen is that will charge you straight away, and it will add you into the note to self. Sorry, not the note to self. The Sunday Roast kit. That is the best way to do it. I'm seeing all the notes coming through, so I'm just going to go through all those in a second. The ring size, it's personal size rings. So if you want to put personal rings in there, if you want to put personal size inserts in there, you can. I use a punch. I use this little guy. And I actually have it, okay, so because it kept sliding, the guide kept sliding, so what I did was I lined it up perfectly. So I grabbed a piece of paper, an insert, and I folded it in half, and I sort of, and I creased it on the line. And then I lined, because this has got like a little center, you're probably not going to be able to see that, a center line on there, so I made sure the line was on there. And then I pulled the guide out to the exact perfect spot that I wanted it, and then I taped that sucker down. So now I get perfect inserts every single time because I don't move it. And then when everybody else asks me if they can use my hole punch, I tell them no. Because I don't want them to muck it up. So that's, yeah, so the ring sizes are personal. The digital release I did, when I asked for some feedback in my Insta stories, some people asked about studio files. So they're the files for Silhouette. It's actually against the terms and conditions of service to include those in a purchased product. You can't sell those files, but you can include a SVG, which has been created with Silhouette, which is a non-proprietary file type. I know it's all technical and it's really annoying. It's very annoying for me because I'd love to just include the Silhouette files, but we're not going to do that because that's their intellectual property. So we will be including a Silhouette SVG included with it. So that will have your cut file in the Silhouette SVG. As you all would have noticed, the charms, we're still waiting on them. They should have been here already. They're still in the way. I think what we might do is once we get them, because, pardon me, we need to check through the stock and make sure it's okay. And obviously we haven't been able to do that because, well, it hasn't arrived yet. And it's in Brisbane. This is the most annoying thing. It's in Brisbane and it's in a warehouse. And I checked the tracking this morning thinking maybe it's going to be here in time. And the tracking says on hold. And then it's got on hold, not due for delivery today. And I'm like, that's great. Can you deliver it anyway? It's literally half an hour from where I live. So once, I think what we might do, I'll have a chat to Michael, but he'll probably want to hold back on putting those onto the website until we get them, we check them, and then we can we can do that together. So I need to double check with him. So if you can't find those tomorrow, that's the reason why. I'm so nervous now looking for queries. If they are going to be included, I will put a note up to let you all know that they're going to be included. The digitals that I said that we're including in this release, it's going to have to be a staggered release because I do need to finish those. I'm getting closer on some of the digitals. And what I do is in the design process, especially when I'm designing something new for the very, very first time, and the charms are gorgeous too. And we've done a really big charm that you could put like in your pockets and make it look really special. So I'm really bummed that they're not here, because I would have loved to have shown those included. Really bummed. What was I saying? Yeah, so the digitals, once I finished a new design, I always test them out. Now, I tested them one way, and then when I printed them and tested them, they just didn't work how I expected to. So, and not only that, but I've got a few friends who have silhouettes and use them all the time, and they use a lot of digital kits, so I'm getting them to test it as well. So the problem is that it hasn't passed my testing, and even though I've had some of them tested by friends, I've had to pull it all back so that I can fix a few bits and pieces, because I would hate for a digital kit, or any of my products actually, to get out there, and especially when they're digital, to have issues for you all at home, because like, I know sticker stock isn't cheap. I know that, you know, it takes time to set up these files and to print and cut and get all that done. So I would hate for that time to be wasted, which is why whenever there's an issue with like the luxe inserts, it just drives me bonkers, because because I put so much time into them, and I hate that somebody out there's having issues with them. So I try to make them I try to have them done as best as I possibly can for the release. Okay, so some of the questions. How did you make the little brown folder with the sloth sticker above it? Okay, so that, hold on, let me see if I can pull that out. I have my ring. I pulled my rings out so that I could do all my photos. So I've just got my rings separately at the moment, which makes it really hard to open. So this is just one of the dividers, and I've added on. So this is one of the reasons why I love the quote cards, right? The quote cards are nice and plain. I've matched it to the top corner. I've stuck that down, and then I've just added a die cut on top, so it's really nice. And I've done this torn edge thing, which Bess from Nice Planner Action is, she does that a lot. So I did that. And then on the back of this, I've got the sloth at the top. So that's just the die cut. So you can see it's sort of separate. And then I purchased these plain pockets. And I've actually got a washi card on the inside of that. And then I've stuck some washi from the kit at the bottom, and then the handle with care die cut as well. So that was a really simple project. It hardly took me any time at all. It was really simple to do. I'm excited for the new melody. Yay! So yeah, that pocket I just bought from I think it was like from Kmart here. And Kmart's very different in Australia to everywhere else. Not missing out on the charms this time. Lol, I love the Northern Lights one. Arrived today. Yay! Thank you, Caroline. Yeah, the charms are beautiful. They're going to be gorgeous, and I cannot wait for them to get here. So there was in the video, Sherelle, in the video that I just showed, it showed a screenshot or a picture of the design of the charms, because I'm still waiting on them to arrive, so I couldn't actually take a photo. When will the note to self melody planner and kit be available? So this live started at 11:30 today. So 11 o'clock, I think it was tomorrow, 11 a.m. tomorrow, it will be available for subscribers, for active subscribers. So subscribers who purchase the Sunday roast kit will get first access tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., which is like nighttime for some of you people. So basically in 23 hours from now, minus 5 minutes. And then 24 hours after that, so a full day after that, we will open up for non-subscribers. So there has been a lot of questions about this in the group. Unfortunately, we've had to make changes the way we do discounts and not discounts, the way we do our how do I say it? I said it really well in a post in the group. So how we do the early release. So normally it's done based on an active subscription, and an active subscription means that you have a subscription that is currently in play. So that doesn't just mean that you've got a subscription and that you're pressing skip all the time. So we do have some, and I know that some people have only skipped one kit. And I do understand that's really hard, but unfortunately in our system, there's no way to tell the difference between skipping one kit and skipping 6 or 7. Unfortunately, some people have worked this out, and what they've done is they've subscribed and then skipped a whole bunch of kits and taken advantage of the discounts. And like, we discount a lot for subscribers. They've taken advantage of the early release and the access to all the downloads and the printables and all the other goodies that we load up there for our subscribers. Now, as I've said previously, the only reason we get to do releases like this is because of all of our amazing subscribers. And yes, we do understand that some people do have to jump out every now and again due to, well, COVID or, life changes or even, not enjoying the kit. And that's why we are one of the very few planner subscriptions out there where you can skip a kit. We don't make you cancel. And it does hurt that people are sort of using and abusing that system. And to be honest, it's made us, we do need to reevaluate whether we have the, Heather, okay, I'll get back to your post in a second. We didn't have it so that the discounts relied on it. We had it so that it was just the time. So it was 24 hours. We could have turned around and had it. We're very limited by our system. We're not web designers, and we have very limited time here. Like, yesterday was the first time that we've ever taken the kids away, and it was only for the day. We don't generally have that time. So it's like, it hurts that people are taking advantage of our system so that they can basically get all the discounts and all the early access and all these goodies that we give to our subscribers as a way of saying thank you. Because to be honest, if our subscribers constantly skip that many kits, there's no way we could keep the subscription going. So unfortunately, because the system, because our website is limited. We use apps like everybody. We use Shopify like a lot of other stores. We use all the apps like a lot of other stores. You all have seen how sometimes we have issues with our discounting software. It's out of our control. We don't know enough about coding. We don't have time to learn it because we're too busy making really cool products. So we just have to work with what's within the app. And we did it just based on the time. We could have done, well, no, we can't limit the amount of skips. That's the big problem. That's a big problem, Dawn. We've been trying to do that. We've contacted the developer to ask if we can bring this in. But at the moment, no. It's either have the skips or don't have the skips. So the other alternative is to not allow the skips, and then people have to cancel the subscription, and then they won't have access to their downloads. They won't get their discounts at all, and they have to wait until they're an actual active subscriber again, until they can access those downloads and access the early access and access the discount. So it's, I feel like we're doing it the best way possible while we don't. How do I put it? I know that some people feel like they're being punished. You're not being punished. We are trying to keep it fair for our subscribers. And yes, I understand you're a subscriber, and I'm sorry that your husband lost his job. And this year has been hard for all of us. We've had price rise after price rise after price rise from our suppliers, from our couriers, from our postage services, and we haven't passed any of those on. So I understand you we've been very lucky that we've been able to keep our jobs because of all of you. So, and this is a little way of saying thank you. We haven't put our prices up. We haven't made those changes. We've kept the discounts going. And honestly, there's no I feel like it's a no-win. We made the call to do this because we wanted we had to give people who have ordered Sunday roast a little something for being a subscriber to the kit. And it's hard. It's hard to have to justify business decisions it is, I hate to say it, but it is what it is. It's we're doing the best we can here. I would love to be a web developer, and to be honest, we have a friend who is a very good web developer, but he started a new job this year, and he's been incredibly busy, and because of how much customization we have to run the subscription, to run our non-subscription, to run our shipping, to run everything in there that we do, the discounts, all the access in there, our website is a nightmare, and even he's like finds it very hard to, like, he's very clever, he knows his way around it, and even he's like, oh my gosh, where's that customization? So it's not as easy as just bringing in a new developer. They would have to learn what we've done so far. Okay, perhaps knowing you have a lot of inventory would alleviate some fears. Sorry, I'm just picking some comments out. I will go back. Yeah, okay, look, let's talk about inventory. We have a lot of stock. There shouldn't be stock shortage issues. The only thing that there's going to be stock shortage issues on would be possibly the charms, which, well, we're having a really bad stock shortage issue on that because they haven't even arrived. The notepads. And I think that's it. I think we've got a few of the note to self, like the pass kit. But I think like if you're worried about getting a melody, don't. There's heaps. We ordered more than we ever have before. The only melody we've sold out in the past has been the Go Wild one, and that was because we were really nervous about producing a Go Wild planner, because we don't know how many people would be spending, like, would want to buy a melody. Like, the melodies aren't cheap planners, and that's because we use really good quality suppliers. They use the best quality printed vegan leather, faux leather. We've got to add in things like customs and shipping to Australia, then shipping out of Australia and things like that. So they're not cheap planners by the time they get to us. But we want to make sure that we're doing it right. So we add in a whole bunch of extra bits and pieces to them as a way to get more out of the release. Okay. And Heather, just on what you said earlier, I hope your hubby finds a job soon. It must be absolutely horrible to be stuck in that position, and I'm so sorry that you guys are in that position, because I know that a lot of people have, we get a lot of a lot of customer service messages from people who are in similar situations. So, and that's why we've tried to do our best on keeping prices and things the same as much as possible. Okay. Is there stock reserved for the general release? Okay, no, there's not. But as I said, we've got like heaps of melodies. I would be shocked if we sold out. Like, I would just be beside myself. Yes, I think you're trying to do the best possible way for everyone. It's only one day anyway. Yeah. So I hope that helps. Oh. Okay, I hope in the future you can change your release days to Fridays. Why does Fridays help more? Is this like a payday thing for overseas? Because if it is, please let me know. I think we did Tuesday this week was because we wanted to get it in between because we get a lot of messages in between we get a lot of messages on recharge days, so like on the 31st and the 1st and all that of the month. And we get a lot of them when it ships. So we were trying to move it apart from all of that. And then we had the extra added craziness of Michael having this weekend off, which we work 7 days here. we work 7 days. I sometimes work 16-hour days. I'll wake up in the morning, grab, a couple of coffees and slop over to my desk. Okay. Thank you for explaining that, Heather. So Heather's just told me that paydays are usually Fridays. Okay, I get paid monthly here. So, and I know a lot of people in Australia get paid monthly. But thank you so much for that. So that would be like a Saturday release here. And Saturdays here are really like, so the problem with a Saturday release, so that would be a Saturday, so Friday, so it would either be a Friday night release here, which we have Holly here on Fridays and she's helping out. And then we also have her, like once it gets to Friday afternoon, we've got 4 kids in the house. Everything's really chaotic. So for us, like we wouldn't be able to do it Friday night. Saturday morning, we've got Lachlan goes off to his special needs ninja warrior class with Michael. So I would literally be running the release on my own. And it's not something I can do anymore. Like I used to be able to do that in the early days, but now we've got so many people on the website and so many people on customer service. Like I'm usually on the release about 3 or 4 hours before, as well as the night before. I'm prepping for the release, and then the morning of, Michael's on customer service frantically trying to get through that. I'm trying to keep an eye on Instagram, the website, and Facebook and the group, just trying to make sure that everything's going as smoothly as possible and that there's no major issues, like when I completely forget to switch a product live. Launches are really hard work, but maybe we could shift it to another day now that we know that. So thank you, because now we know. Okay, some people get paid every other Friday, but there's no way for you to know which day people will get paid on. Yeah, and we try to let you know when there's a release coming. So, for example, we mentioned, so last week we said, there's a release coming, and I've sort of hinted that there's melodies coming and things like that. So, we try and do that so you can sort of budget accordingly. And you all know that there's, like, this is coming, and then we're going to have one more before the end of the year. I didn't hear if you were showing the October So Crafty kit tonight. No, I'm still showing this off. Diane, okay, so Diane, sorry, I'm just trying to talk, I'm just trying to go through, I will do a Q&A at the end, so I've got a couple of things that I want to show off for show and tell today, and then I'll come back and make sure that I haven't missed any questions. And also thank you all for your sending your love with the decisions that we've made here. It's definitely very difficult. Pen that's in Forest Falls. Oh, I don't think I have it within reach. If you go onto our Instagram, you should be able to find it there though. If it's limited to one person, it would help with one per person. It would help with inventory. We can't do that as well. The system doesn't let us. The only way we would do that is if we go back through every single order and cancel orders after the fact. A lot of the time, like it's basically going off the honor system, and then cancelling orders after. And then if we cancel an order, we still don't get all of that money refunded because Shopify keeps the a part of the charge. So we're actually losing money by doing that. It's not a lot, but if we did that, like for a major release, it would take a lot of time to go through every single order, and B, there'd be those charges coming through as well, which is also really painful when it comes to doing tax and finances. Sammy, you're doing such a good job. I think people forget that even though you are accessible and interact with us so much, that you're running a business. Yeah, and I think it's planner world, planner community is very different in that fact that, so many shop owners are so accessible and we love them all for it. But at the end of the day, yeah, they're definitely the shop owners, and this is how we put food on the table for our family. So thank you for understanding that. I love the skip feature, even if I never had to use it. Yeah, that's why we're trying to keep that in. But if people do keep abusing that system, it's something that we're going to have to review. Do you have prices for each item tomorrow? If you go into the Books and Botanicals release, or the Books and Botanicals release, or the what's the other one? Northern Lights release, or the Go Wild SoCal release, the prices are all there. That's pretty much the same price that we're going to have for tomorrow. You guys have made the policies and let everyone know what they are. Don't feel bad for having to enforce that. We've known that you're releasing at least one new melody for a few months. Yeah, thank you for understanding. I get paid at the beginning of each month in the US, and it doesn't always fall on Friday. Yes, that's the thing. Paydays are completely different, full on different. For the US military, I get paid on the 1st and the 15th of the month. Doesn't always fall on Friday. Yeah, see, in my past job, I always got paid on the 15th. Now, because we run our own business, it's when we have some cash left over. I don't think it's the same way we get paid, but it's, yeah. Okay, monthly payday in Norway. Yeah, I understand that some people live paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, and that's why we try and hint at, even though I might not say exactly what's coming, because if I was to say exactly what's coming and it doesn't work out and we get the stock, like, so last year, the year before, I showed everybody a blossom planner. I couldn't get the colouring right with my suppliers. I couldn't get I couldn't make it work. And I think for 6 months, I was still being asked when it was going to be released, and people were getting really disappointed with me. So now we hold back until we definitely know that things are going to be okay, until we've got the stock. And that's the reason why we've held back on it. But I sort of drop little hints in these lives to let you all know that something's coming, so that you can prepare. And or put aside a little bit of cash, but I do definitely understand the living paycheck to paycheck. We save the money knowing something special is coming up. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Susan. Sorry, I'm just reading. Sunny, you have to do what's right. I feel really odd talking, saying comments out loud that are praising. I mean, I love seeing them, but it's really odd to read them out loud. You have to do what's right for your business. You have excellent quality, creative, beautiful items, and we are grateful. We'll all adapt. Just release what's best for you and the release dates, and we can plan our finances. Yeah. But yeah, understanding how paydays work all over definitely helps with our process. So I do appreciate that. Okay. Can I tell us which melody is coming up after the melody tomorrow? Is the Christmas melody still coming soon? It's interesting that you guys have put those messages very close together. And see, I dropped little hints. Is the Christmas melody the next one? So you're all talking about Christmas. So yeah. Digital detox. So no Insta for me. Is it a red and black one? No. So move into your Forest Falls TN. And my city needs that, right? So the red and black one. No, that was the Love Bug pen. It was red. I want to say it was red. The Forest Falls one. I think at one point she hinted at a Christmas melody if all these sold well, and she said there was one more by the end of the year. I bet it's Christmas. If I was only able to buy the melody tomorrow, do you have plenty of rings so we can buy those later? Yes. Yes, we do. We should all be saving for the Christmas melody next. Look, I'm not confirming anything. You all get me in trouble again. Okay, look, I'm going to show the show and tell, and then we'll come back to Q&A. So feel free to keep writing Q&A questions, and we'll jump back into that. Okay, so the brain has switched off. I'm in chat mode now, which is why I need to do this before I forget. Okay, so Q&A. Woodland Wonders layout by Kimberly Ann. This one's lovely. I love how it's just simple. I love the divider. I love the leaves. I love the little minis peeking out in there. And of course that cute little fox saying stay foxy. Second up we have a Barista Brunch weekly layout by Kelly. And I really love this. I love how much details in there. I love all the stickers. Is there someone at my door? No. I love the washi. I love the little guy off to the side. I love it all. I love the little bunting. I love the trackers. Yeah, brilliant. Love it. Next up, and I didn't put the front on this. So if you want to see the front of this card, you've got to jump into our group. It's a gorgeous. Tracy, what did you call it? It's like a trifold card, I think it was. So that is gorgeous. I love that the girl is sort of pulled up from the backing, so it's nice and 3D in there as well. Next up is from Sherelle, and they've done a gorgeous Hello Universe layout using the Hobonichi kit. I'm loving this because I haven't seen a lot of Hobonichi stuff lately. It feels like it's sort of fallen away and people are going for the bigger planners. So I love seeing that people are still using them. Next up is a Pretty Posy weekly layout by Kristen. It's gorgeous, it's floral, and it's everything that we love. It's also got, I want to say, oh no, it is Pretty Posy. It's just so pretty. It's such a pretty, really bright floral kit. And as you can tell, it has inspired some of our newer kits. And Pretty Posy is actually a really great one for those who love gardening. So I know a lot of people have been doing that at home during lockdowns. Next up is by Samantha Wonders. Hey Sam, and it's a Rainy Days weekly layout. And if you want to see the whole thing, you need to jump into our group. But it's a gorgeous spread that's in there. And I love the use of the little post-it notes and the little corners as well. And also the quote card off to the side with the raindrops over it. Woohoo! And then we have, for, I think it's Veronica, Woodland Wonders card. It's so, I love it. I love the little tartan behind it. I love the leaves. I love the girl. It's just, and you know what? Cards like this are really simple to do. And this is why I have really plain, simple quote cards, because they just look fantastic on items like this. And then we have a Celebrate weekly layout by Karen. I have a feeling I showed this last week. I'm sorry. I was rushing through really quickly this morning. But this really caught my attention because I just love the color. I love the headers. I love all of it. So that was, I know it was a really quick show and tell today, but it was because I was literally running around trying to get the video done. So I didn't get as much time to do it this weekend. Next weekend, next week I'll chuck in more. Okay, now I'm just going to do a really quick flip through. So if you've got more questions, please feel free to ask them now. Reading. Yeah, I think I answered most of them as I was going through. I really have to get my tooth sorted. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Am I late? I am late for this, but are you going to update the Go Wild kits next year? Okay. So the weekly kits, the standard vertical kits that we did, don't need to be updated. They don't have anything in them that I know off the top of my head that has 2020 in them. So they're exactly the same. The decor kits, I think we have a few of those left in stock. I'm not sure if they sold out. But they need to be updated. But they also had little mini speakers in them. So we can't update that kit until we find out who the new speakers are, which I'm guessing is coming later on in the year from the Go Wild team. So we've got to wait until we hear back from them. Because like at the moment, who knows, like I mean, if there's international people, can they fly? Who's going to be there? All that sort of thing. Are they available on those dates? All that sort of stuff. Don't confirm or deny. We like guessing. Just tell us. When are the Go Wild Melodies shipping? A whole bunch of them are shipped. I know this because I was helping to pack them myself last Thursday, Friday. And that wasn't even the main bulk of them. I feel like the main bulk have already left because of how much stock there is out the back. And as you know, I'm not allowed out the back. So I do know that they have shipped. Oh, but on that, if you haven't received... I should have brought this up earlier, but it's an ongoing issue, so I keep forgetting to bring it back up. Because of the way... So when we process orders, we do it in batches. So we do international and then we do Australian ones. And that's because we use two different services for post, because we have to. We've got one for international, one for Australia. Now, when we... Unfortunately, okay, let's talk Australian. Australian ones, they don't give us an export of all the tracking numbers, because Australia Post. Not salty at all. So we can't, when we fulfill that, there's no file to add in unless if we copy and paste every single number in. Now, doing orders in bulk means that we would sit there all day. The advantage, the bonus is that when we create the shipping label, we do tick it to send off an email from Australia Post. So you'll receive an email from Australia Post saying, hey, you've got a parcel on the way, here's your tracking detail. And if you've signed up for the AusPost service, it will show up in that. Now, international stuff is really interesting at the moment because previously, okay, let me see if I can get this right, because Michael told me about it last week and a lot has happened between last week and this week. So previously what had happened was he would upload it and get tracking numbers straight away, and then be able to bulk upload all that straight into our Shopify. Unfortunately, DHL have changed the way that it works, and they're not giving USA tracking numbers because of all the changes over there with USPS, because the DHL network uses USPS. So we also tick on it to send an email out to you all when we process the shipping. So what he has to do is because he processed all of those in one go, he can only upload the tracking all in one go. So do we split out? Do we have just all the internationals minus the US and upload that? Or do we wait for the US and then do all those at the same time? So it's really hard to juggle the two. He has been talking to DHL and asking for an update, but I mean, they're still waiting on updates to see what's happening with the postal service at the moment, and to see once that all sort of evens out, and they get back on track of the postage over there. Michael is contemplating splitting the two so that he can at least do the international ones, but that still means that the vast majority of our customers, American customers, won't get a tracking update, and a lot of the times they're not receiving it until they've actually physically received the box, which is super frustrating here, because we just want to tell people, yes, we have shipped your stuff, it's on the way, because I can completely understand how frustrating that is. So we're trying to work out a solution for that at the moment. It's shipping. This year, shipping has just been a write-off. And I know, like, some of my stuff is taking 4 months to receive me from overseas, so I feel that pain in my tooth. I feel it in my tooth. Updates on the Pass Kit sale. I think it's coming soon. I have been pushing Michael, and he really needs to get rid of some stock out of the back room. We are running out of space. So there is a chance that it's coming up soon. I wonder if the Christmas melody will ship so it gets hit early December. I'm moving planners every 3 months. We're trying, Marianne. We are hope. You sneaky. You got me to admit something. We are hoping. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm allowed to say these things. Wow, that just completely slipped. And now, because I'm live, I can't actually cut that out. Are there more Christmas products coming? Right, maybe washi. Yes, I can say that. What's on your tweet? It just says she. Okay, so it says she can't be stopped. So it's Alison Faulkner, who she does this program called Awesome on Demand, and it's like, so I have a therapist. I have a therapist for my own mental health. But then I have Alison, who's literally like, she feels like my own. I mean, she's not just for me. She runs this program online. You can easily sign up to it. But I feel like she's my own personal cheerleader. So Bess and Jen introduced her to me a little while ago, and I absolutely love her. So today I really needed to get my booty into gear. So I wore my shirt just say, no, you can't be stopped. You've got to get this done. And it just sort of put me in the right mood. Which is why I'm like, oh, excited and very, you know, boppy today. Because I'm channeling my inner Alison. And for those of you who are part of, who have joined up to Wild University, Alison was part of the opening ceremony. And I tell you what, I was in tears. This woman, I have been through so much in the last year. To have her in my corner, to have her just helping me balance and to calm and to realize that I can get through all the challenges that I've been thrown. She's just incredible. So yeah, it's just, she can't be stopped. If you have any clothes, put them in a natural color. Thank you, Sherelle. I don't think we do, but I'll have a look. I need to call my dentist. That's the next thing I'm doing after I get off here. I just got a happy mail from you. Yay, Pearl! What is the ring size for the Melody? Oh, I don't even know where my ruler is. I was using it. So as part of Wild University, if somebody has a ruler, can you measure the rings on the Melody? It's the same as all the other ones. As part of Wild University, I can't remember the professor's name. Siobhan so the major this month is creating a planner space that you love. Now you guys can see that this is so I have a scrap box, and this is my crafting space / I've actually got all my lights and my video tech gear on the floor so that I can easily put it up and put it down now. But what you don't see is the mess that's on this side. So I've been watching and been completely inspired, and I'm currently redoing this while in between little bits, like when the videos are exporting and stuff like that, I'm tidying up and I'm creating. So the other thing I was doing the other day was I followed Itsy Craftsy, so Karen's tutorial on using the sticker albums. So I've put those together. And I decided on a plain spine so that it would look nice on my bookshelf and have it all nice. Siobhan Dixon, that's it. And it's really inspired me because I didn't have to spend a lot because I've got most of my craft stuff, and I've been crafting for like 10, 15 years. I mean, I was a kid and crafting. I was trying all the things, but a lot of this stuff, some of them is really, really old. And it's just my happy place to be able to sit down in there and just craft, and you know, the whole world melts away in there. So, but the problem is most of the day I'm sort of facing this space here, and it's when I have, like at the moment this year I've had, you know, all the Melody releases as well as all the normal kits plus all the extra designs plus designing my the digital kits. I haven't had a break in between, so I've literally been causing an absolute mess behind the scenes. So I really have appreciated Siobhan's class because it's made me stop, realize I am worth taking half an hour out of a day to make my space beautiful again, so I can clear my head, so I can get through all these new releases for you. So Wild U has really helped me already. And to be honest, I wasn't even going to watch her major. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I might put it on in the background. I'll watch Cindy. I love Cindy. I really got into Cindy last year at Go Wild. And just all the truth bombs. If you don't like swearing, maybe skip Cindy. But I really enjoyed Cindy's just truth bomb that she is. So I was going to watch her, and then Beth said to me, no, none of this. You need to watch Siobhan, because even if you've got a space, which I'm thinking like, this is my space, she's like, you need to watch her. And then I realized, well, that's not my main space. This is my main space, and I hate sitting here at the moment, but now it's getting better. So once I fix this up, I may do a tour for you all. It's still a mess. Like even in some of these bins in the baskets, they're still a mess, but we might go through that. Oh my gosh, sorry Marianne, I missed you saying good night. Good night. Yes, you should go to bed. Okay, also the rings from the melodies interchangeable, or do we need to purchase the rings each time there is a new melody? Okay, so at the moment we've had a couple of gold releases, a silver release, and this is our first rose gold release. So you can interchange them, but it all depends on if you want your stuff to match. So and not only that, but it's actually a great way to keep them. Like I keep all my old stuff like in my Northern Lights planner. And then like once I don't take out that month, I leave it in there, and that's then stored in there until I work out something better. I wanted to create storage solutions, but I haven't had time. So I hope that answers that. USPS is using the DHL NZ post tracking number. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, Pastries, the Go Wild Melody has probably shipped. I would say it's definitely shipped. Unless you ordered it over the last, 3 or 4 days-ish. We're just waiting for the tracking number, yes. I hope there's books and botanicals in the past kit sale. I've used all mine up. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's out there. The other thing that we've had to do, so in the last 2 weeks, our stockroom was just getting out of hand because we've got past kits, we've got new stuff coming in, we've had all the note to self stuff come in, and we've literally had stock down our hallway. So Michael bought some shelves, so he's literally had to we've basically done a warehouse move in the last 2 weeks as well. So it's been exceptionally hectic time here trying to get everything done. So I don't even know what's out the back there anymore. The number that DHL creates that starts with LX and ends in NZ can be put into the USPS tracking, and it will show that DHL NZ post USPS tracking status all combined. Thank you so much, Heather. Okay, we'll put that. Let me take a screenshot of that just while it's showing. Otherwise, I will forget. And I'll chuck that up into our on our website. US gets the DHL notice, and then we can track it that way. I've never not been able to. It just doesn't get tracked well by USPS or gets stuck in customs. Yeah, and the problem is if we fulfill it before we're able to get the listing, because we don't want to be sitting there doing one at a time, because then, Michael's already at a very time premium. If we were to sit, we would have to hire another person, which would push the price of the box up, because it's so manual, unfortunately. We have to wait for that listing to come through. So I'm glad that you all can find it before that comes through for us. It's a bit frustrating for us, but at least you all get a notification. Are you going to show this more of the So Crafty kit today? No, I'm still showing, Tammy, I think I answered this before, I'm still showing the Sunday Roast kit. And I don't show that kit. I don't show the kits until I've said that it's open for subscriptions. Because otherwise, if I start showing that kit today, people will expect that if they go to the website, that's what they can order. And we don't want to cause that confusion. I just watched the Wild University opening celebration. First time seeing Alison. She is awesome. She really is. She is the pep talk that we all need for 2020. And if you don't know who Alison is, Alison runs 2 podcasts. And oh my goodness, you need to listen to, especially if you've got little ones, you need to listen to The Gospel According to Moana. It's one of her podcasts on Awesome with Alison. It's a free podcast, so anybody can get to it. I have loved Moana since it came out. I love it even more after listening to her Gospel According to Moana. It's so much self-realization. It's so much on the demons that we all face. There is so much real life, and I listened to it with Indy, and Indy was having these epiphany moments as well as myself. Alison, you think I talk fast? Alison talks really fast. So I was shocked that Indy was keeping up, but I would pause it every now and again. I said, Indy, do you understand what this meant? And it was really good because we had a really long car ride yesterday. So that's when I listened to it with her. But check it out. The Gospel According to Moana. It's on Awesome with Alison through whatever podcast app you listen to. I've never heard of Alison speak prior to the opening ceremony. She was excellent. Yes, she definitely is. Monica asked a question, but it looks like Sherelle's answered it. And I can't see what the message was. I just got my Christmas stickers from you here in the States. Super fast shipping. Woo woo. Oh, good. So the rings are 7 inches long, 30 millimeters diameter. That's what I wanted to know. From the outside ring to the outside ring, 25 from inside to inside. Will you have silhouette SVGs for all the kits? That's the plan. That is the plan. Not for the full creative kit, because that one is much more diverse in how you can use it. But for the weekly kits that I plan on doing, yes. And you know how I do weird things? You know how I do weird things like, you know, when I put the double box and it's actually 2 single boxes and you've got the side strip. There's more of that. There's more of those weird sort of shenanigans in these kits, but it means that you can use your kits in so many different ways. So I also need to do some videos on how to use these kits, because I've added in some really funky stuff in there too. So it's going to be a staggered release, because I want to make sure that they're really good by the time they come out. Oh yeah, thank you, Lake Effect planner. So Chiffon's YouTube / blog is it This Well Planned Life or The Well Planned Life? It's one of those. It's actually it's great. I had a look at it the other day. She is just amazing. What she's her story, oh my gosh, her room, her I've heard it referred to as she space. I don't think she refers to it as that, but it's her plan space. Is just inspiring. And yeah, it's wonderful. And she's done I've really enjoyed her first, her being first up. That must be so nerve-wracking, being first up for a major and a minor. But I have to admit, I really feel like the Wild team have done a really good job. They've closed off now for new enrollments, but it will open back up again. And I asked the team, I said, why are you closing off? And they said, so people can come in, they can really get the most out of the major and the minor for that month. And then they'll reopen it. And the idea is that so that you don't have all these new people incoming. Okay, I'm doing all the newbie stuff, and how do I catch up? Where do I do what? So it's so that we can really get in and really focus. And I thought, oh, that's really handy. So I am enjoying it in my spare time. So I'm usually designing while I'm watching. But I'm really enjoying it. I have to thank Bess for telling me to get in there and watch Siobhan's videos, because it's actually really helping me out more than I thought it would. So yeah, that's an honest opinion of what I think of the Wild U. Some of the library stuff is, I'm a little bit beyond some of the stuff in the library, but there's new content coming. Like as I mentioned last week, I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, so then I'm actually going to get in front of the camera to do my Wild U recordings. So I know that just by the fact that I haven't submitted my stuff yet, that there is more stuff coming. You know, there's little surprises like Alison doing the opening ceremony. And the other thing is too, like, I have a Skillshare subscription, but there's no community. So I have the Llama Lounge, and the Llama Lounge is one of the parts that's actually getting me excited about participating in the in the majors and the minors that month. So, and you just don't get that elsewhere. Oh, sorry, that was a different Tammy that asked about the So Crafty kit. I apologize. My apologies. I only look at the screen I look at it really quickly because I don't want to just be reading off it the whole time, so I do apologize. Okay. So that is this week. There's fluff flying around in my room. Do we have any last questions? Last calls, last rounds? Do we know what you're going to speak about, Israelis? No, not yet. Because I like to shake things up. Once I've finished it, I will let you know. Because I've been asked for a couple of things. So I can't talk about it just yet because it's not done. And I'm glad that they haven't put it on the list yet, because I run off on tangents. You all have watched me on a video, you know what I'm like. And I've had to re-record it like 4 or 5 times already because I feel really awkward in front of the camera. This camera's different because I'm just chilling out with you all. Whereas doing the recordings for Wild seems so much more, I don't know. Siobhan has set a really high standard. I'm watching her going, woof. This girl or this woman is just incredible, and I am just little me. So it's I need to level up. I need to, when I grow up, I want to be like Siobhan. Okay, good night, Tammy. Thank you all so much. Oh, sorry, Monica, that when you were talking about the list, there is a list inside Wild You of what content there is in the library, but as mentioned, that's going to be forever changing. So once a major and a minor finishes, so say next month they bring in a new major and a new minor, all that stuff's still available, but you're missing out on that live content, that live interaction. I was really appreciative of the fact that Alison was first thing in the morning for me. So a lot of things are on US timing, so it's through the night. And when somebody comes up that that I'm really into, like I really would have loved to watch Siobhan's live, but I didn't get the chance to. But yeah, it's that's what it's all about, and it's still in its infancy, so it's very exciting. Anyway, thanks, Natasha. Thank you so much to everyone for joining in. I think we're done for the day. I will see you all tomorrow. Not see you all, but I will be online tomorrow. Keep in mind, I'm going to be absolutely flat out trying to make sure that the website is up and working and running hopefully smoothly. Oh, if you are a subscriber and your discount doesn't show up on the website, please try either, because sometimes phones don't show up properly or some browsers don't show up properly. Try a different browser. When I grow up, I want to be like you. No, you don't, Natasha. I'm still not grown. There you go. 6 categories in the library right now. About 24 videos. Uni lives at 7 a.m. for me. Crazy time at my house. Oh yes. Yeah, that's school prep time. Thank you all so much. I'm gonna call this here because I have to get all those products up on the website. They're not up there yet. Anyway, take care. Have a wonderful week. Stay healthy. Stay socially distanced. Send your little air hugs. And thank you all for joining me. And I will see you again next week. Bye.